Yeah, I swear we had a bunch of uranium fall down here. Unfortunately, it takes a little bit for the rock chunks to despawn. Okay, there it is. I'd never seen the It's Raining Tacos song until, like, recently. I kept seeing people referencing it, but, like, for whatever reason, just was not exposed to it. I think I was older. Like, that's something I would have watched when I was in middle school. But I think it came out when I was in college. Ah, come on. I wish I could, like, shove a rock. Oh, it's okay. Now, do the loose things have to despawn after a certain point? I know the rocks do before the resources. Oh, it's okay. Well, we're gonna get plenty out of this. Yep, there's the nuclear reactor that we need. Is there another one? Or, no, we got it. Okay. So I can grab things, even if it's, like, through a rock. That's good to know. Oh, cool, drinking water. Guess we'd be at about that stage. Okay. I'm just gonna go drop things off again. Yeah, it's gonna solve a lot of my resource issues. It should be hitting the rain stage here. We did actually have rain for a little while. Okay, I'm seeing clusters of uranium everywhere. I don't need iridium as much because I can just put a mining machine down in that cave, whereas uranium I'm going to have to actually work for. But if I can have just, like, oodles of this stuff early, did we get 2 meteors that hit the same spot, I think? That's fun. Okay, I see a pile of it. Uranium has a cave too, but I think it's submerged. I know of one in kind of the canyons over there. I have it marked. I don't know if it specifically is submerged. Well, wait, yes, got it. This looks kind of cool with everything starting to submerge. But I should probably rip it up before it gets fully submerged. Oh, we actually have a lot of resources hanging out here. Yeah, I'll come back. Let's see. Also want to keep an eye out for that. I'll have to come back. Because, yeah, luckily the uranium and the iridium are pretty visible from a distance. And so I can always snag more. Okay, cool. Enough to build more lockers. Oh, can't. Wait. Bigger room. Yes. When in doubt, we don't have enough iron. That's okay. I'll just move that over for the time being. Where am I at? Subnautica and other things? I don't know. Like, I know some people are going to disagree with me on the, like, Subnautica is replaceable. Somebody else will make a good Subnautica eventually. But considering how good indie games have been at filling underserved niches, it's inevitable. Especially because, like, clearly if Subnautica 2 does not get made, and people keep talking about it and keep rumor-mongering about it, and the drama keeps going on back and forth, some enterprising developer is going to be like, yeah, we can make that, and then just do it. even if it's not like exactly the same. Like easy example of this I would say is like maybe abiotic factor. I don't know if that one's kind of more of an exception than anything else. Like abiotic factor is so freaking good that I'm hoping it actually spawns a number of copycats just because of how good it is. Can you imagine like a Subnautica but with the multiplayer and the like depth of abiotic factor in terms of like interlocking systems and exploration? It'd be extremely good. Okay, we should probably keep an eye out a little bit more. We might want to loop through this area, see if I can find any uranium. Subnautica 2 is probably going to be something like that. Probably, yeah. The one other thing is, I know Krafton is specifically like trying to buy out a bunch of people, offering them like multiple years worth of salary to retire or leave the studio so they can go become an AI first company or whatever the hell they're planning on doing. It's stupid, I'll tell you that much. I make one of these at the very least. But that very well might actually pay for some developers to get together and straight up make another Subnautica on their own, even if low budget, more indie. Frankly, that's a good thing. We need more low budget / indie Subnauticas. I'd even say, like, I feel like whatever they were making for Subnautica 2 was probably too high budget, and they could have actually gone much lower and it would have been fine. I'm one of those people that, like, if a game looks decent, from, like, a style perspective, I don't care about the fidelity. Like, once again, abiotic factor looks like a 90s game. Very intentionally, and I think it's one of the nicest looking games I've seen in a very long time. Now what are some other good examples of this? I mean, I could just go through my Steam library and just pick things out. Yeah, there's some more uranium. Ooh, there's a lot here, actually. I'm never a fan of AI. Oh, yeah. I want nothing to do with anybody that gets in on that. And for the most part, I've managed to avoid it, with the exception of YouTube and Amazon, or Google and Amazon, which I am unfortunately strapped to. Okay, grab what I can out of this one. I'll come, never mind. Grab them both. Okay. Yeah, just scoot over here. But yeah, gameplay and systems are way more important than graphics. I think it depends a little bit. For me, I'd say a consistent art style is way more important than graphics. But a lot of that is also we are just at a really solid upper limit on what you can do with the visuals of a game. Like trying to eke out yet more quality. Wow, that's a lot of uranium. Trying to eke out yet more quality from video games at this point is kind of meaningless. Like, I don't want to necessarily say that God of War 2016 was where we hit the full upper limit, but it does kind of feel that way sometimes. Where, like, you literally can't make a game that looks nicer than that without extreme diminishing returns. Same thing with Horizon Zero Dawn. And so, I don't think developers should be trying to. Okay, so we have way more uranium now, which was so nice. Let's see, why is Water playing regular Planet Crafter? Is he done with toxicity? I actually have never beaten regular Planet Crafter, so I wanted to play Planet Crafter to completion before I seriously start. Ooh, create a vehicle and its upgrades. I think we do want a vehicle, though. It's going to be a little expensive power-wise. How are we at? Yeah, we're gonna need another reactor. Question, when do I get the... Not the biodome, I need the biolab. Oh no, we might have the biolab at this point. Maybe not. Oh, there's the flower spreader. Heck is the biolab? Oh, is the biolab unlockable through the biodome? It might be one of the ones here. Yeah, there it is. So I need more flower spreaders. We're like halfway, but I should get some more. Well, I can make exactly one T2 flower spreader. That's probably going to give me what I need. Let's see. The magnesium. I'm going to need more magnesium later. We could also probably get some algae generators. Ooh. Good reason to start hoarding those, Start hoarding eggplant seeds now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see. But yeah, 2014, 2017 was when fidelity peaked. Anything after that is nice, but like not needed. Yeah, that's where I pretty much land. I am thirsty. Wow, that was fast. All right, we need to build a biolab. Is it a full freaking room? It is. So 2 osmium, 3 super alloy, and an aluminum. Let's put it upstairs. Please tell me I can just put it up here. Nope. Let's make sure I can construct it externally. There we go. Oh. Okay, so if I want to make one of these, we need explosive powder. We can't do that. So I should have some amount of super alloy and just grab some of these. Okay, we definitely don't need that many. I keep thinking that this box is steaming because that vent keeps throwing me off. Okay. But yeah, back in the day, developers could kind of really focus hard on just pushing fidelity higher and higher. At this point, I don't actually think that it's even worth it to think about. And more developers should just be like, okay, how do we make our game more stylish than other games? Because, yeah, no one cares about fidelity anymore. I mean, they do. I think there's a lot of gamers with capital G that are going to scream over, you know, whether or not Aloy's eyelashes are properly aligned or the correct count or something like that. I don't know. But there's a certain point where you have to just kind of say, okay, some of these people are just too weird. We don't want to cater to them. As it is just not worth the effort. Yeah. Yeah, but they're dipshits. This is true. Oh, it's an oxygen capsule. Not water. Good to know. Feel called out. Sorry, man. But yeah, for me, like, the resurgence of old pixel textures has been great. I want that to become, like, very acceptable. As, like, just a common style. Hell, I'd love seeing some, like, AAA studios just be like, yeah, you know what, screw it. We're gonna make this look like a PSU game. Who cares, right? Like, if we started getting Castlevanias that looked like that, I'd play the hell out of them. Even, like, Metal Gear Solid. I saw Metal Gear Solid Delta. I don't really know if I care about Delta at all. Oh, we did have a Compass microchip. Oh, because I didn't have it equipped. I guess I should slap it on just in case it actually benefits me in any way, shape, or form. Okay, right. We made the biolab. We haven't actually looked at the biolab. Let's look at the biolab and see what I can make with it. So, I need to make bacteria samples. Oh, we need algae. And mushroom. Where the hell do you get mushrooms from? Huh. Fertilizer requires eggplants to be planted. I'm going to have to go find my seeds. I feel like Delta is a different argument. Okay, so the main reason why I was like on Delta or even talking about this is mostly just the idea of visually impressive, like nice details and stuff. I just kind of found it sauceless. I forgot. How do I stop? Okay, there we go. And maybe I need to give it a shot and play it, but like without the piss filter on, it just kind of looks like your average. Oh, it's control. There we go. It just looks like your average military shooter to some degree. How did this happen? Is that a different type of ordering? Huh, that's weird. Or no, it must have just been how I recycled them. And so, like, I'm sure Delta's actually a good game. Like, don't let me rain on that parade at all. It was just one of those where I didn't find it particularly compelling on a, like, visual or stylistic level, and it made me kind of sad. I felt the same way about, like, Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain, that they're all just kind of there. Okay. Oh, you can grow them. Well, I know I can grow eggplants. Can I actually get more seeds out of things? Okay. Otherwise, I'll just have to go looking for some more. Yeah, especially since it lacks Kojima is just a remake. It's not an original game designed from the ground. Selling point is, look, this is like you imagined it as a kid. No, that's valid. I think just for me, I'm like, on it. Okay, do we actually want to make these? Oh, yeah, because they're dirt cheap. Or, yeah, that's the T2 heater. Or, no, these are the T3 heaters that I have in here. Okay, so we don't actually want to make more of those. What do I need for the next heater? Oxygen. Oh, boy, we're ways off on that one. Gas extractor, some other things. Tree spreader. I mean, tree spreader is going to be good. I think really it's it's stuff like the algae generators. Okay, what do I need for an algae generator? Cripes. Okay. I guess we're going to make some food growers. So I just need water bottles, eggplants, bunch of iron. And a bunch of aluminum. I can't build an algae generator without mushrooms. You mean for the bioplastic nuggets? I have a bunch of bioplastic nuggets ahead of time, so I can kind of skip that. We'll have to figure out how to make mushrooms, though. Oh, it's control. You still okay? Cannot do this, actually. I can have 2 of them, but more than that, we're actually going to run into movement issues. I mean, I guess I can put a couple over here. I'll just stop there, maybe. Start making the squashes, because I think we need squash for things as well. Yeah, we need it for the T2 fertilizer. Huh. Explosive powder is just sulfur in it and iridium. Well, that's helpful. Move those back for now. Where's the sulfur? There we are. Yeah, I'm just going to make as much explosive powder as I possibly can. Yeah, I could also set them up in the biodome, too. That's a good point. I just shot a man, I think. Okay, so now I have the explosive powder, which means... Okay, let's start by making some other ones. Ooh. Might have a meteor shower momentarily. Am I out of super alloy? What? How? I had so much, and it's gone. Okay, well, I guess I'm just tossing this all there. Yeah, rip up the old generators. That was the plan. Oh, well, that's where some uranium is. I'll think I'm picking that up. It all went to rockets and generators. Yeah, I figured. Okay. Let's go take a quick sip and go grab a bunch of super alloy. Maybe clear up my mining machines? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, I know I can also just craft it, but it feels wasteful. Even if it's not. Okay, can I make any? I need aluminum. Aluminium. Okay. Cobalt, titanium. We're just gonna make as much as we can. What am I missing? Magnesium or iron? That's too much. Another silicon. Yeah, let's just make as much as we possibly can. That should be good enough. That's a bunch. All right, so now I need to go back here to grab all this. We should probably put the sulfur back. I think the sulfur was in here. Probably grab that just so it's not languishing there. Because I just slapped it there because I was limited. Okay, so we're going to make at least one of these hunkers. Question. Okay, does not want me to do that, apparently. Can I make another one? I need more uranium rods. Oh, that'll give me some more. I think at this point we are either roughly where I'd stopped the last time I played this, or we've actually surpassed it. I'm not entirely sure. Oops. Because I don't think I got that much further. Than here. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to make another one. Because I think I had like one or two of the big chunky generators, and that's about it. Okay, so how are we doing power-wise? Oh, that feels good. So T4 drill is still a fair ways away. T4 heater is a ways away. I was going to make the algae generators and maybe other things. Unfortunately, I think we're still waiting for some resources. Okay. Well. Move these over. And I've got plenty of water. I've got plenty of power. That's about most of what I can do. Because oh, you know what I should look into? Flower spreader. But no, we need fertilizer. We only had one. Unless I go raid some more boxes. I might be able to find more fertilizer somewhere else. Well, let's grab the seeds. Let's make a couple more food producers. Oh, that might have been one too many. It's fine. And yeah, we can go put them in the biodome. Because if I'm actually going to need a lot of these to do terraforming, then now's the time to do it. And the reason why I didn't want to put the food growers in here is because this room's actually very pretty. And it feels wrong to put too much in it. But I can put some food growers in it, I suppose. Okay, can't make more, but also can't fit more. So yeah, unfortunately this is at... what does it say? Not ready, 53%. So we still got a little ways, but it's not too bad. Okay, so maybe I gotten a little bit further in my original playthrough. I'm gonna leave a stack of ice. I guess, is it time that I go explore? No. We are going to make some algae generator. No, we can't make the algae generators. Because I need the eggplants. Yeah, I could do another grass spreader. I guess I might as well make the vehicle station. See what that's about. Because, yeah, having a rover that I can get oxygen back would actually be lovely. Oh, God, it's a chunker. Why is it so big? This feels inadvisable. Okay, so I can make a car. Rover. Yeah, that's doable. So equipment increase. Equipment increase. Inventory increase. Yeah, these are actually pretty doable. The beacon actually would be lovely, but I don't know if we need it too much. But yeah, having mobile inventory and... I mean, just mobile inventory in general is going to be nice. 2 uranium, super alloy, and iridium rod. Okay, so I need 2 of these. Perfect. We still have enough uranium. We only need 1. Then iron and silicon, and we can make a car. Yeah, storage is the biggest thing, and the utility space, and possibly being able to restock on oxygen. I don't know if it self-oxygenates. I certainly hope so. Okay, so I guess let's make a T2 equipment increase real quick. I'm out. It's fine. Take a quick quaff. Do I restock on beans? Oh, it's good enough. All right. Yeah, so it's got a big container on it, though. Oh, it's my zoomy boy. Oh, but it doesn't generate oxygen. Good to know. I need a mod for that. Good to know. It's fine. I think what we're going to do is loot the heck out of this cave. Mostly we need iridium, though. There we go. So I should focus on the iridium. We can get oxygen in this cave at the moment, so there's no reason for me to worry. I might also want to just leave a thing of beans and a water bottle in the back of the car. Yeah, can you just stuff the car and then recall it at the station? That would be lovely. Because I might... Okay, you can do that. Perfect. Because I might do that specifically for the ravine. I don't know how much I care, though. Once we have the teleporter, though, that'll be lovely. I'll have to come back up here. I do wish this had more automation options early. Specifically, I really wish I could park the car and, like, have a logistics arm just reach out and hoover out the resources piece by piece. Because that would be extremely nice. Is there an option to, like, auto sprint? Oh, toggle auto run. Thank you. Yeah, you hurt my pinky, and so holding down shift all the time sucks. Did it not? Oh, apply and close? Okay, there we go. Yeah, satisfactory with a terraformation of Planet Crafter would be your dream game. Yeah, that would be incredibly good. At least we don't have to worry about... God damn it, I did it again. At least we don't have to worry about this thing running out of power, to my knowledge. Oh, that's the reason why the driving probably feels bad to people. It's got Halo driving, I think. Maybe? Maybe not. Oh, I need to actually grab stuff. No, maybe it doesn't have Halo driving and I'm just brain jacking myself. I don't know about you guys. I loved the driving in, like, Halo when it originally launched on PC. Because you would actually, like, steer with your mouse. And I just, like, it's been baked into my brain ever since. And I know it's probably actually terrible, but I don't have to hold shift for that. That's nice. Okay, I think I'm going to need a couple of these. So let's plan around making a bunch. CE Gearbox Edition, or MCC. Gearbox Edition. I didn't actually know Gearbox made the PC port back in the day. Did they go in my inventory? Yeah, it did. Okay. So inventory increase is that. So I'm going to need to make 2 of these. Some fabric and some osmium. I haven't actually played the Master Chief Edition of Halo 1. I kind of keep meaning to go back and play the Halo games. Maybe with Wander VODs I'll do it. T2 speed increase. That'd be nice. Okay, let's just bring a pile of these. Do I have enough silicon? Do I have enough super alloy? We might not have enough super alloy. Grab more. I had no idea Gearbox did Combat Evolved. Also had no idea Gearbox was around back then. I guess so. Oh, did I forget the osmium? I did. Okay, so all we need is just an osmium. Hold up. Well, we're for sure making not making the speed increase. We gotta go find zeolite. Which might be thawed at this point. We gotta be getting close. Okay. Now let's go see about this thing. How do I even modify it? Oh. Can't grab, storage is not empty. What? What? I did not realize that this was a thing that I could put into my backpack. Okay, drive. Ah, open vehicle rover. I'm assuming you can't stack those. That wouldn't make any sense. That's a lot of space. Okay, so Gearbox was formed in '99. Did ports and spin-offs of games until 2009. That's pretty traditional for most developers. It's actually very rare to have developers immediately form and then make a game. Kind of. Maybe it's not that rare. Certainly felt rare back in the day. Is the bioplastic. Alright. I gotta remember to stop hitting shift. I guess what I could do, options, controls, run, or, add. There we go. So now me pressing shift is not going to throw that off. That's good. Okay, so what else do we have? Beacon, lights. I don't think we need most of these. Once we get the oxygen upgrade, we'll be good. Okay, so grab food and water. Now what do we want to do? Bring those with. Oh, let's pop up. Are these done? 93%. Rude. I guess we could go back into that cave for the time being. Yeah, stock up on oxygen bottles if you're going exploring. To be honest, usually what I do is I just build, like, hoover up the nearby resources and build another base. Because it's so easy to just make, like, a cube with a door to get all my oxygen back. Which feels very cheap. It'd be nice if I could actually build, like, a pop-up tent, but eventually I can just oxygenate the car, at which point that solves the problem. Okay. Yeah. How are we doing? Where are we going? Because I want to get everything meaningful out of this. T2 biodome. No! I've barely used my first one. We'll probably just stick the next biodome off the end of the previous one. Just have a nice daisy chain of floating biodomes. Yeah, talking about Microsoft. Oh, right, the Hightail thing, and then Microsoft and being kind of mad at corporate owners because they bought out a bunch of studios and have more or less just been killing them left and right. I'm kind of hoping the whole AI bubble pops sooner than later so I can go back to lightly hating a number of corporations for being moderately shitty as opposed to endlessly shitty. And luckily, I saw a thing recently on, I think it was Blue Sky, people were doing the whole song and dance of like, oh, if you don't, you know, who was it? It was a Nexon executive was talking about how like everyone uses AI and everyone uses AI, and, you know, if you don't want to play a game that uses AI, then you're just not going to play games anymore. And the answer is like, no, there's a lot of indie games that I can just play instead. Like, I don't know, I've been softly boycotting most big companies for years, and I still have more video games than I think I could ever possibly play. Which feels good, honestly. Yeah, what I've noticed is they buy a studio, use it for support for a few games, then throw it out, which feels so wasteful and dumb. Like, I've never seen a corporation waste studios like Microsoft has, which has been really surprising considering, you know, prior to their acquisitions, they were like, yeah, you know, we're going to uplift these developers and make sure they're supported and they can make the golden chest. You know, make all the games they want. I don't know if I feel betrayed about it so much as just, like, kind of sad. I was really looking forward to that Blizzard, I was really looking forward to that Blizzard survival sandbox game. It looked gorgeous. Because that would have been really fun. But alas, never got actually, I think it was in development hell for a while, never got off the ground, and who knows what state it was in. Apparently, I think it was like Phil Spencer said it was really good. Which, I mean, could just be marketing speak, but still. I don't know, I'm kind of hoping somebody at Microsoft Blizzard manages to, like, buy back the company. Hypixel style, somehow. Oop. Guess who forgot about their oxygen meter? Aha! Yeah, at least we have an Enshrouded. Oh yeah, and Enshrouded is extremely good. Yeah, ZeniMax had the whole second MMO that was almost finished. Oh, that was the one that Phil Spencer really liked and got axed. Yeah, I don't know, it's one of those where it's, like, baffling to have these studios, like, get bought out for billions of dollars and then literally nothing comes of them because halfway through Microsoft is just like, actually, the Pied Piper is called early. Pay up or die. And the studios are just like, well, guess we're dying. And it's not like it's the studio's choice, but God, I'd make a terrible businessman by businessman standards today. I'd be a profitable one, maybe. Let's see. Okay, so we have more seeds that I should probably offload at some point. I guess I should probably go elsewhere. Cast manual breathing. Oh, no. Okay. Well, we have the T2 biodome. What do we need for that? Unfortunately, a number of these things are starting to require stuff that I, like, actively don't have or can't just go and get the resources for. I guess let's make some more of these. Now that I have a bunch of seeds. Okay. So it's 4. And then iron. Oops, that's not iron. Yeah, manual breathing. I'm sick with congestion. My condolences. Did I actually build stuff here? No, I did not. So, I forgot the water bottles. I should probably actually grab the water bottles from outside, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Should probably also figure out what meteor is falling, though I think it's one of the, like, resource non-specific kinds. Yeah, it certainly doesn't seem like it's outputting much that I care deeply about. Resources, but resources I can get from mining. I wonder how many potential masterpiece games have never seen the light of day through these kinds of practices. A depressing amount, I guarantee you. Take that back. Move this over. Right. We have the water, right? Yeah. Let's go make those tubes. Scale bound, how I barely knew you. Oh, yeah. There's a report. Oh, T2 craft station. Oh, wait, no, we already have one of those. That's the regular kind. Wasn't sure if there was like another one that I wasn't aware of. But Yoko Taro, the guy behind Nier, was talking about how he's actually been working on a lot of games, but they keep getting canceled on him. And not going anywhere. Like, that's the saddest thing ever. That man deserves, like, way more success and credit than he gets. And nope. %99%. I'm just gonna sit here and watch the eggplants grow, I suppose. Hey, you'd think they'd let him do whatever he wants after the success that Nier Automata was. Yeah, I did think so too. Admittedly, it did go on to make a series of kind of not that popular games called Voice of Cards. Isle Dragon Roars, Beast of Burden, one or the other. And I don't think those sold particularly well. And those were all like Square Enix games. Okay, I think I can make the algae generator now. So let's go work on that. So I'm gonna need bioplastic, water. Let's get a third one. We can always turn ice in. I need to play Voice of Cards. Bought them, but I kept relatively quiet on them so as to not spoil myself. I'm gonna go back and play them. Yeah, I played Isle Dragon Roars, and it was like legitimately one of the better retro games I've played recently. Really funny. Like really funny in a way that most games aren't. But yeah, just I think they were. I'm gonna say I think they were kind of before their time. Very specifically, we're seeing a bit of a resurgence on turn-based RPGs in a way that, like, indicates that, hey, maybe there's a market for people to buy and play turn-based RPGs again. And that going for this, like, weird, endless parade of kind of so-so action RPGs isn't working that well. Kind of. Oh, I should... While I'm out here, I should probably bop back into the base and loot it for remaining resources. And grab the uranium that's just sitting on this hill. But... at least on a personal level, I think part of the reason why the Voice of Cards games didn't do well, apart from being kind of janky and maybe not the most deep, was Square Enix has kind of this dumb habit of sending things out to die. And I'm kind of tired of it. Because, yeah, they keep publishing these, like, really good games and then, like, not telling anyone that they exist. They did publishing for a while with, like, indie games, and I think apart from kind of initially sending them out to content creators with the, like, first couple waves, they were actually weirdly bad at marketing them at all. You know, didn't tell anybody, didn't make press releases, no advertisements or anything. And considering how the market is almost entirely reliant on word of mouth and, frankly, influencer marketing at this point, not engaging in any of that stuff and not, like, even trying to inspire it and just being like, yeah, we're releasing the game on Steam now. You know, oopsie doopsie, it failed, we're canning your studio. Like, I don't know. The damage is self-inflicted, but also terrible. Yeah, Square Enix is the same company whose CEO wants to embrace Web3 crap. Yeah, no, I know. Okay. Well, I guess, do I want to... Let's go to the other one. Empty it out. Or do we? Nah, let's go on a trip. Yeah, Web 1 and 2 failed, so you have to try Web 3. Web 2 was great, mostly. Okay, wait. I'm not exactly great on the delineation. Is Web 2... was that kind of the 90s when things actually went, like, visible GUI and forums and whatnot, and Web 1 was BBS? Or was Web 2 when everything went social media? Because I almost kind of feel like the hard shift to social media and smartphone usage back in like the late 2000s, early 2010s was like one of those big splits. But I feel like it's usually lumped in with the pre-times and it feels weird. Because Web 3 is functionally nothing. Like it's scams and dumb monkey pictures at best. Oh, I forgot to empty this thing out. Well, we're going back. Yeah, I don't know, at least for me, the sooner finance people erroneously come to the conclusion that the internet isn't the road to making infinite profits, the better the world is going to be, probably. Everything updates so quickly and separately, there's never a real line. I feel like once everybody got extremely into Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, maybe that's it. I would say even more than Facebook and Twitter. I think the advent of Instagram was kind of when things swapped over. Like, with Facebook and even Twitter, you could kind of ignore it. It was very niche. And they didn't have, like, that much pull. Like, Facebook is where you interacted with some friends, posted pictures of your vacations, and argued with your racist aunt occasionally. And then Twitter was where you'd post pictures of your vacations and argue with some random guy over, like, I don't know, the casting of some character in a movie or something like that. But it feels like once we started getting into, like, Instagram and I'd say influencers. I think influencers are kind of what I'd say is the line on where we hit some stage of the internet. Prior to that, you know, you had people making a living on the internet, but almost always it was like somebody who made a website that was actually useful or interesting in some meaningful fashion. Do I want to put a window in here? Kind of. It's a little prison-like. I could also put a ceiling on this. Behold! That's not really that great. Yeah, I'm gonna put at least a window so you can see somewhat outside. My high school was literally designed by a prison architect, and I've never quite gotten over that. Yeah, it should be good. Let's see. So that's 1, 2, window, 1. So we could do a little bit more. Well. But I guess the other one I would say for, like, the delineation between eras of the internet would specifically be just the advent of smartphones. That once people got access to smartphones, I think a lot of the internet kind of died, or at least the stuff that made it good. Because then at that point, it was kind of everybody at their fingertips all the time with no, like, filters. And no real, like, I don't want to say safety mechanisms. Let's actually take some of this stuff upstairs. We should move our seeds here. But so one of the developers I follow, I think it was the developer of Skatebird, arguing pretty convincingly that, like, the internet went bad once the computer stopped being the thing that you had just in a room and became something that you kept in your pocket. And I'm kind of inclined to agree. I should probably just rename these. Let's do aluminum 1 and aluminum 2. We're gonna have so much. Prison and school serve the same purpose. Yes and no. Like, school is actually useful. I learned a lot from school. I wouldn't say I benefited from it amazingly well, But there are, like, very much reasons why you want people, especially kids, to go to school. Not everybody is really built for self-learning. And some people actively need the help of, like, a teacher. However, I do feel like, at least in America, our schooling system is literally designed to just put our dick rocket on top of the steaming chest. You heard me. Let's go back. Or I was going to move the aluminum over. Because, yeah, I should start labeling these. We have so much garbage. But, yeah, at least the American schooling system, education system, was designed with the express purpose of training, training people to work in factories and, like, getting them up to snuff for just basic corporate labor. Boy, that worked during our parents' generation. Not so much now. I think I'm just going to have this be the iridium uranium. Because I can just, anytime it fills out, we just condense it down into rods. We don't usually need the loose stuff that much or in large quantities. That's why I homeschool my kids. It varies. Once again, not everybody is built for that kind of thing. Not every kid is built for that kind of thing. But, like, I know a woman, barely. Jump, Jonas Fatson. What's this one? This one's seeds and stuff. We should move this upstairs. I knew a woman who was homeschooling her kids, but she homeschooled her kids by just throwing them in front of, like, educational videos, and spent most of her time finding different ways to get into class action lawsuits with, or, like, get onto class action lawsuits with various corporations. Because she legitimately felt like the world owed her something, and was more than willing to spend her entire life trying to take it back. Even though, like, she was just a pastor's wife, like, she didn't do anything. Oh, god damn it, we picked up our dick rocket. Give me a second. We might actively have to rethink the positioning on that one. Let's see. It's my iron. I'm probably going to make a little storage room upstairs, because we're going to want to move these up as well. But yeah, so she was homeschooling all of her kids. Barely. They weren't literate. They were not capable of, like, doing basic math. I wouldn't exactly say they were feral, but functionally feral from, like, an education perspective. Not a whole lot of, like, I don't want to say hope. I didn't have a whole lot of hope for their future. And then I moved away and I have no idea what happened to them, but I'm not betting on them being functional adults. Yeah, that's not homing, that's just terrible parenting. But that's the thing. That, like, homeschooling is nice if you're actually doing it well and are a responsible adult. But there are just as many wildly irresponsible adults out there that will doom their children entirely for ideological purposes. Oh, have these grown up yet? Not ready. 85%. And so, like, I'm fine with the idea of homeschooling. If I had kids, I would leave the option open if they wanted it. I was bullied, not relentlessly, but often, in a way that, like, made me not want to go to school. And also I wasn't getting that much out of, like, regular education systems. Do we even need this? Well, let's see if the car can drive underwater. And so, like, if homeschooling was reasonably well regulated of, like, hey, are your kids socialized enough? Can they do most basic math and things? Are they not being abused? Okay. Right, we should probably hop out and see if the algae is grown. But I think for every good, okay, 50%. For For every good homeschooling parent, there's probably at least one or two that are okay. You can just drive underwater. Yeah, one or two that are not great, and also the other thing with homeschooling is like you need an active parent that can be there for hours to be able to teach their kids, at least up to a certain point in age. I think once they get into like high school era, you know, kind of the high school range, that you can probably trust them to be at least somewhat self-directed. But a lot of households have to be dual income now, just due to how expensive life in America is. Maybe it's not so bad in other countries, but here it's rough. And so like homeschooling is a dicey option for a lot of people. And even to the point where I'd say not the most viable. Good if you can do it, and good if you can do it well, though. I don't trust a lot of adults. How many hours does Wander have in this game save? This would be, what? Hour 5? 6? Pushing it. I've also known adults that specifically have complained about sending their children to college wishing that they hadn't allowed them to. Because it had somehow ruined the kids because, hey, it turns out the kid was LGBTQ and was, you know, not either aware of it or had just been in the closet and didn't feel comfortable being out around their family. But were comfortable being out around, you know, their classmates. Oh, right, we want to leave this here. Leave both of those there. And so, like, one of the other issues with homeschooling is very much there's no controls on what those parents do to their kids as part of the schooling. At least in the US, once again, does kind of depend on what country you're in. But it can be very much a easy avenue for bad parents to just abuse their kids or remove them from situations that they somehow disagree with. So, when I was in high school, specifically for biology class, the teacher was teaching evolution. You know, fairly standard, agreed upon thing, I'd hope. But one of the kids actually withdrew from the whole class. They got a pass from the school because their parents were like hardcore creationists and did not believe in evolution and did not want their kid to be educated as such either. And so the kid just never took biology. They just did study hall instead. And that doesn't feel like that doesn't feel like a safe way to have an education system where certain parents can just be like, actually, no. You know, not this one thing. So abuse from a teacher that turns a kid trans. Okay, get out of here. This is a very LGBTQ friendly stream and channel. If you want to bring that kind of stuff here, get out. I'll just say it. There we go. I have yet to encounter a single teacher in any way, shape, or form that tries to indoctrinate kids one way or another. They teach, that's it. Anybody that wants to just push the weird myth of teachers indoctrinating their kids into LGBTQ is insane. Let's see. This is Jobg. There we go. I had actually a couple of butch lesbians for teachers. Did not realize until years later, because I just wasn't paying attention. I was in middle school. And like one of them, oh, what is in this one? I don't know. This is the hidden Jank. But yeah, didn't realize until years later because like just never came up. It didn't matter. But she was the best math teacher I ever had. Actually cared deeply about math. Very supportive of teaching math and teaching kids math and like wanted every kid to do well at math. And so she is one of the reasons why I'm good at math. She was also, oh, come on, 99% again. She was also the captain of the Ultimate Frisbee. Well, not captain. She was the person in charge of the Ultimate Frisbee team. Coach. There we go. Brain. And like straight up, I was just in class and she's like, "Hey, do you like Frisbee?" And I was like, "Yeah." "Do you want to start an Ultimate Frisbee team with me as the coach?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." Because I was on the lacrosse team, but the lacrosse team was filled with a bunch of meatheads that weren't very nice. And so I was like, "Yeah, sure. Let's give that a shot." And Ultimate Frisbee is very fun. And I am extremely glad that she got us into, she'd started that. Okay, I'm going to put these here just for now. Oh, I should have put that seed back. Let's just eat this. Like, maybe things have changed a little bit. Maybe teachers are more open than they used to be. Unfortunately, a lot of these teachers, I'm pretty sure if they had been more open about it when I was in high school, probably would have been instantly fired for even just mentioning that they were butch lesbians. Well, butch means nothing. That they were in a relationship with a woman. They just didn't talk about it. They would say spouse instead, and that was it. So, like, maybe things have changed a little bit, but genuinely, every teacher that I knew that it was LGBTQ wanted to teach because they wanted to be teaching. Rather than any kind of weird ideology pushing nonsense. I got way more of that from the non-LGBTQ teachers. Okay. Oh, right. I was going to take all these up because this is not jumped territory. That is very much plant, and we should move them up. Except for these, we might as well keep these down, at least for now. Ultimate Frisbee is a very welcoming community. I liked Ultimate Frisbee. I was terrible at it, but I'm not much of a runner, and you gotta be able to run if you want to do Ultimate Frisbee. And perfect. Biology isn't the worst thing to miss out on, but yeah, I think everybody should have a passable passable, well, I mean, everybody should, but I think everybody should have a passable education in biology, chemistry, and physics. If you don't, you end up like, you're not exactly missing out, but it does seriously impact your ability to like comprehend things that you might want to. Baseline is just all the weird, crazy shit I heard people throwing around about COVID. I still have people throwing weird, crazy shit at me whenever I bring the topic up, so I usually shy away. But there's some level of like, what was it? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to go like deep into this topic because I know it can be divisive. But like, I still actually mask up. I don't just go around in public with one off, and I haven't been sick in ages. But I was feeling sleepy, and sitting in a chair, and my in-laws were trying to convince me that the mask was the reason why I was feeling sleepy, even though pre-COVID I would feel sleepy in this chair and go to sleep all the time. And it was always frustrating to try and even explain how, like, particulate physics and sizes work to people that ought to know better, maybe. Yeah, it was just a comfy chair. Okay. Let's see, we got some food here. How you doing, Wonder? Been a while since I was able to catch the stream. I mean, I haven't been streaming much in ages. Quite literally, I had a bad chair, and it was giving me seat bone pain. Like, literally bruising the bones or flesh in my butt. And it was making it nearly impossible to comfortably sit and stream for any length of time. And so I had to, like, go cold turkey for a while. And just took a long break because I wasn't feeling good about it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna yeet that person as well. Let's see. Wife worked in a biolab, and I in a chem lab pre-COVID. It was surreal the number of people claiming they couldn't handle masks or them 8 hours a day. I have trouble with a mask for longer than an hour. I got a beard, and it is very uncomfortable because I've got a really stiff beard, and so it gets pokey in a bad way. But like an hour or so is comfortable, and so yeah, that's usually all I need to be indoors around people, but never to the point of being like, masks are terrible, I will never wear them. I haven't gotten sick in multiple years, and it is so nice. The last time I got sick was because I trusted my in-laws. Oh wait, no. Last time I got sick was because a child had sneezed on me. On my hand, and I forgot about it because I forget about things easily. And then I got extremely sick for a whole month. And now I'm much more careful about washing my hands after being out and about in public. And I haven't gotten sick since 2023, and it's so nice. Let's go grab our algae. And like, I don't necessarily judge people for not masking anymore. I recognize that that's kind of a fool's venture, but it is always a little baffling when somebody is like actively trying to convince me it's not worth it. And it's like, sir, do you not realize how nice it is never being sick? It's so good. You know, and like I recognize like I am in a privileged position where I never have to be around people in such a way that like I would get sick. You know, at best I go into a store as opposed to a workplace or a school or whatnot. But like getting sick sucks. I remember getting flus, having sore throats, runny noses, like all that shit. Trying to stream with a runny nose is the worst thing ever. Even more so than like lethargy or a migraine. I've streamed with migraines. I stream with migraines often. I think the last stream of this I did, I had a migraine and I was like, nope, I just want to play some Planet Crafter. Okay, we wanted to go upstairs because we can turn this into bacteria samples or fertilizer, which also requires eggplants. Holy shit, this is expensive, but we need it. Do I have more eggplants, or have I converted them into things? Yes, I do, but they're downstairs. And so, like, if at any point when I was a teenager, somebody had specifically told me, hey, if you wear a mask, you won't ever get sick, I would have worn that mask through pretty much my entire high school experience. Because I hated getting sick so much. I hate going to conventions and getting con plague. Like, that sucks. I hate going to a convention, having a good time, but then coming back just, like, dead, functionally. And having to, like, take a week low-key recovering from it. It just feels bad and weird. Oh, I should probably actually make some bacteria samples. Though I don't remember what I need them for. Use it in the DNA manipulator, maybe? But I need methane cartridges, so maybe I leave that alone. What mask have you been using? I have a... It was Optral. Optral N95. You can get like a pack of 40 of them and wear them for ages, and it is... Like, they're not the most comfortable thing ever. Again, also beard, but... It's better than being sick. Let's see. I should probably go back and leave the algae samples up here. I'll leave this sulfur too, now that I need it. Yeah, speaking of not getting sick, let's have some bacteria samples. Let's build a super plague so when the corporate overlords finally reclaim this planet, they die. Smallpox 2.0, here we go. And we're going to be trying to mutate these. We could actually be prepping to make the planet from the new DLC. I wouldn't be surprised if the new DLC is somewhat COVID-inspired. Okay, so I need the fertilizer to make this. I need bioplastic nuggets and... Okay, I have just enough for one. Let's see, super alloy. Right. I opened it up, but I did not grab one, and I don't know why. Yeah, beard and glasses aren't the most compatible things with masks, but I take the comfort over illness every day. Yeah. And, like, once again, if this is something that, like, you're hardline, don't like masks, truly I'm not trying to proselytize beyond just being like, God, it's so nice. Let's see. I forgot I need a water bottle for the... Dumb. There's water right there, just scoop it in. It's okay. The other thing with masks is, yeah, I don't have to worry about my allergies nearly as much. I'm allergic to grass. And so, yeah, if I'm out on a walk and I'm feeling particularly scratchy all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, it's probably high grass pollen time, isn't it? Yep. Throw on a mask and suddenly it's not a problem anymore. Anyway, so yeah, it drives me up the wall when somebody starts using weird pseudoscience to explain why masks are not actually good. Or they're somehow making me sick, which is very, very funny.